Hey friends, welcome to Paranormal Brothers. My name is Christopher St. Michael. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are on the eastern shore of Maryland and we are at a cemetery with grave markers and graves that are going back to the 1700s. Word has it that this is a haunted cemetery. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to be very respectful. We're going to kind of be quiet during this video, just to show that respect. But anyways, hope you enjoy the show. Stick around. Let's see. Is this a haunted cemetery? Hey friend, thank you so much for tuning in and staying with us. Again, I'm Christopher St. Michael and I'm here with my brother Joey. Joey's behind the camera. Joey, say hi.
Hey, good evening, paranormal fans.
All right, so this is an area of the cemetery that's rather old. And we've got some grave markers in front of me dating back to 1815, 1872, 1927, 1894, 1812. We're going to use these dowsing rods. And some people believe that you can ask yes/no questions to various spirits and they can use the rods to cross them and uncross them to answer. Is there any spirit activity here? I don't know, we're gonna find out. I won't say last names out of respect, but some of the grave markers in front of me, there's a James, there's a Caroline, there's another James, there's a Paul and a Francis and a William. And if there's any spirits here, we're coming with respect and we just want to communicate with you. We have a desire to know if there is spirit activity in this cemetery, if you're able to communicate with us. I'm going to use these rods. And if I ask a question and you're kind enough to answer it for me, I'll ask you if it's a yes to cross the rods. If it's a no, just leave the rods open. So my first question is, very politely, are there any spirits here in this cemetery? And if there are, could you cross the rod? There's a weird animal in the background making noise. I don't know if it's being caught on camera or not, but that kind of adds to the creepiness. So I'm going to reset these rods, holding my hand still. If there's any spirits here and you can communicate with me, or you're willing to, can you cross the rod and let me know that you're here? Not feeling any response there. You don't have to be shy. You don't have to be bashful. We're friendly people. We're caring people, loving people. And we're sending you a positive energy. If there's any spirit here and you just want us to go away, can you cross the rods? Let us know that you want us to go away. There's the spirit of a man. Can you cross the rod? Let me know that you're here. Right now we don't seem to be getting much. So we're gonna kind of move over to another location. This is another area of the cemetery. Some old graves, 1873, 1874. There's a spirit here. Can you cross the rods? Let me know that you're here. We just want to communicate with you. We're friendly, we just want to say hi. Let you know that you're not forgotten. And if there's a spirit here that would like to talk to me, can you point the rods in the direction of your grave so I know where to look for you at? It's interesting. It's the spirit of a woman here. And it's the grave of a woman. Again, I'm not going to say last name, but I've got a first name of Catherine. Died in September of 1910. Born in 1868. And she passed away in Washington, D.C. And Catherine, if that was you, could you cross the rods? Let me know that that was you. Thank you. Can you open them again? Thank you. Are you at peace here? Do you like when people come to visit you? If you do, can you cross the rods? Thank you, Catherine. Can you open them again? We're going to try another method of communication. Was that the spirit of Catherine communicating through the rods? I don't know, guys. You're the jury, you decide.
Are you all my personal dreams?
All right, friend, what I've done, we did get some activity spiking here at this grave marker. And it is a grave, again, I'm only going to use the first name of Joanne. And Joanne passed away in the early 1900s, it appears. There was quite a spike near here. So we're going to see if she wants to communicate with us, and we're going to use the SB7 spirit box. Most of you are familiar with it. If you're not, what it does is it scans radio frequencies in the air, and it scans them very quickly. By doing that, it creates a white noise, because ghosts obviously don't have vocal cords, spirits don't have vocal cords, and they're supposedly able to use the frequencies of the radio in order to emulate speech. sometimes we get some pretty interesting results. Let's see what happens. Are there any spirits here that can communicate with us and that can talk with us today while we're here? And we offer you a lot of respect and kindness. We just want to be able to talk with you. So if you're there, can you let us know? I heard the voice of a man come through. If that was the spirit talking, can you tell me, when did you die? What year? Hi, Catherine. You seem to be the first one communicating with us. Are you here, Catherine? I'm going to turn this off in just a moment. If there's any spirit that would like to say hello, just let us know that you're. Just let us know that you're. Just let us know that you're. That was a hello. If there's anybody else, and thank you for that. If there's anyone else that would like to make their presence known, we welcome you to make your presence known. That sounded like motherfucker. Now we get the bleep.
So we're continuing our investigation into the Eastern Shore cemeteries, and we're at a specific one that dates back into the 1700s. So it's getting kind of dated out here. We're at a specific gravesite, a specific person. Her name was Tallulah Bankhead. Chris, can you tell us a little bit about her?
Sure, Tallulah was a movie star. She was an actress. Back in the 1920s is when she was really famed. She lived kind of a fast life.
Yeah, I heard she was real wild and kind of
Wild child. On top of that, very heavy smoker, but she was born, I believe, in 1902 and passed away in the 1960s, despite some say she smoked as much as 5 packs of cigarettes a day.
That, and I heard, and she was very open about it, apparently, that she may have dabbled into some heavier substances and so forth that unfortunately may have ultimately led to, I think it was emphysema,
Yes.
or some kind of chronic disorder.
But her gravesite is right over our shoulders, and we're gonna go visit and let's see if we can't communicate and see what happens. This is it. This is where Tallulah Bankhead, January 31st, 1902, born. December 12th, 1968, passed away. And as we're looking at a gravesite, there's a bunch of trinkets. You can see people have left miniatures and cosmetic mirrors and, well, a flat mirror. I won't say what that may or may not have been for. But things that show that she was cherished. Somebody painted a shell, a pretty bright yellow, and says, "You are loved" in it. And there's some flowers. Her sister is buried next to her, Miss Evelyn Bankhead, and there's a strand of pearls and another painted shell showing some love for her. So it's pretty cool. But Tallulah and Evelyn, we thank you for letting us be here today and visiting you, and we're going to do some things. We're going to see if we can't communicate with you a little bit. So with that, give us a minute to get set up, folks. We'll do it. All right, guys, what we're going to start out with is the SB7 Spirit Box. And what the SB7 Spirit Box is, it's a radio frequency scanner. And it very quickly, at a quick pace, goes through a lot of different frequencies. Spirits don't have vocal cords, obviously. A lot of people believe that they're able to use these frequencies to emulate speech and to emulate the vocal cords. And we're going to try and see if there's a spirit that's willing to talk to us. So let's get this started. There's a spirit here. Can you tell me, are you the spirit of a man or the spirit of a woman? Can you let us know that? Woman. 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 Can you tell me your name? Can you identify yourself? We want to bring you respect and friendly love and kindness. Can you tell me your name? But it sounded like the spirit of a man coming through. Was that the spirit of a man? And Miss Tallulah, there's like a shell that's been painted for you and it says you are loved. Does that make you happy that people remember you that way? And I see there's a miniature and a couple different bottles. Looks like you really had a fun partying type lifestyle. You enjoyed yourself. Do you enjoy yourself in the afterlife? Is it still a fun place? Are you? Are there any other spirits here that would like to say hi? Let us know that you're here. I hear like a lot of voices coming through. Sounds like there's a lot of spirits potentially here. All right, friends, again, we're going to use the dowsing rods. We're going to do some basic yes/no questions and see if Tallulah or any other spirits want to communicate with us. Here we go. First thing is just to steady the rods in my hands. And if there is indeed a spirit here that is willing to communicate with us, Can you close the rods together, please? Thank you. You can open them back up. And if we are communicating with the spirit of a woman, can you close the rods and let us know we're communicating with the spirit of a woman?
Are you all my personal dreams?
Thank you.
Everything
You can open
know
them.
is in your mind.
In spirit, if you are the spirit of Tallulah Bankhead, can you cross the rods and let us know? If you're the spirit of someone other than Tallulah Bankhead, can you cross the rods and let us know?
Are you all my personal dreams?
Thank you. Can you uncross them? Well, Miss Bankhead, again, I'm Christopher, and we're going to go ahead and leave, but we're going to watch some of your movies on a thing called YouTube. It's Tallulah Bankhead, actress from the 20s. She's very beloved. She's buried here on the eastern shore of Maryland. And Tallulah, you've been buried here as long as I've been alive, about a year longer, actually. But thank you for letting us visit your gravesite. Well, friend, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really had a good time making it for you. It's important when we go to the cemeteries to show respect and just be mindful. You know, it's a very somber place. And to be honest, I felt a little uncomfortable at first filming in the cemetery, but I'm glad that we got the experience, especially, you know, a former movie star and actress in filming around Tallulah and trying to make contact. Whether or not we actually made contact with her, to be honest, I'm not real convinced one way or the other. But I think there was some type of communication going on nonetheless. But with who, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, it's like you said, you know, filming at some of these locations, whether it's a battlefield or a cemetery, you know, you got to be real respectful and very cautious. I felt like we did and gave due respect and caution, and hopefully we found some things. And again, you guys got to be the judge of it.
Tallulah Bankhead, check her out on YouTube. You know, show some respect for her past and her contributions to American filmmaking. And even more than that, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit a like, and of course leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Do you feel that we captured any spiritual activity here at these cemeteries? That being said, thank you so much. This was the end of season 1, and we appreciate you sticking around with us. See you next time.